Stop. Let's keep it going. We have an entry draft to get to in which, LOL, we have the number 1 overall pick. Now, again, it is not a draft to glory. We are allowed to trade. So, theoretically, we could trade this pick if there's nobody available to us. So, we likely will. And actually, we have some other players we could look at trading first, too. But let me see who's available. Do we have a Finn? We have a Swede and a Norwegian, but we don't have a Finn. So, we are trading the number 1 overall pick, more than likely. Let's just look outright in Liga. Oli Oliveira is the only other guy projected in the first round. Ugh, not looking great. There are quite a few Finns here, but nothing crazy. So. I mean, we could have our choice here. Instead of a top pick, you know, you start to think about the best Finnish players in the NHL and what we might be able to get. Obviously, this pick is the most valuable thing that we have. I do want to see. Yeah, none of our goalies have any value. We actually will have decent goaltending, which is funny. Defensively, not so much. I was wanting to see if we could get rid of any of the bit parts, but no. So, I mean, the depth that we picked up is just here. Yeah, there's a real lack of value on this team right now. My God. Mr. B Major, what's going on? I might be able to get something for Schnarr. No, even him. Okay. So, we need to explore trading this pick and who we might be able to get for said pick in terms of the highest value Finns that are available to us. And we'll see what we can do about this. I don't think Buffalo had anybody further down. No, they had Isaac Rosen, but Swedish. Swedish. Who is that top dog that we're going to be able to get? Isn't Maselli Finnish? He is. But I'm aiming a little bit higher than that. Especially because we know, well, I mean, shit, the Coyotes have 4 first-round picks, apparently. We could aim for that 28th, but we're aiming a little bit higher. Just a little bit. Rasmus Anderson will be Swedish, unfortunately. Then obviously you get to the likes of the Sebastian Ahos of the world, who might be a little bit more difficult to get. If we were to target Sebastian Aho, Anthony Honka is also available. So Carolina, yeah, Connor McDavid, that proud Finn. So Carolina's definitely a top team for us to look at. Chicago, not so much. Colorado, obviously, it's Mikko Rantanen as the top option. He's way too valuable. We don't have the extra assets to add to a trade to try and lure away Mikko Rantanen. We just don't. And had we done the fantasy draft option, he would have been my number 1 pick. Easily. Then you get to Columbus. Patrick Laine, obviously, would be great to build around. They have this guy here as well. So, I mean, Columbus is in the running. Dallas obviously has a million bajillion Finns. Rupe Hintz, Mira Heiskanen. Dallas is interesting. Dallas is an interesting one for us. Esa Lindell's there too. Of course, Detroit's just a whole lot of fucking Swedes. They love their Swedes. My God. Edmonton. Not much there for us, obviously, which is a shame. And then you get to Florida, where Barkov, but again, as expected, way too goddamn expensive. The secondary option on the Panthers is Anton Lundell. Barkov is Swedish, I thought. Cody, you just got banned from Finland. You just got banned from Finland for thinking he's a Swede. You are legally not allowed in the country anymore. I don't know if there's anyone that we could really pair with with Lundell. There is Heponiemi again. Florida, I'd say they're an option. Los Angeles, not an option in terms of this top pick. Outside of, Rasmus Kupari, but we probably want to aim a little bit higher than that. Based off of who we've already seen, we probably want to aim a little bit higher than Kupari. Minnesota, not the best options in the world, which is a shame. They're trying to trade a lot of prospects. Yeah, not much there. Montreal, in terms of Finns, we're not rolling with too much there in terms of options. Not at all. Outside of, Emil Heinemann's a Swede. Oliver Kapanen is the only real option. Nashville. I mean, Parsonen's out there, but again, between Parsonen and Kamel, Kulanumi's there as well. Nashville's kind of sort of an option. Not the worst. Just drafted noted Finn, Connor Bedard. New Jersey, in terms of super high end, does not exist for us. The New York Islanders doesn't exist for us. The New York Rangers, Capo Caco's out there. Again, still hasn't hit the point where that potential's dropping. He is the only super high rated option, but he is a good one. Ottawa, not looking good. Not looking good for us here. Järventie is there, but Brandstrom's Swedish. Yeah. So, I mean, again, we could aim higher than Järventie. Although, they do have Järventie and Lassie Thompson. That's, again, not too bad. It's not too bad. It's the question of, do we just look for one big player or try to pull off a deal for a couple of players? That is the question with a pick like this. Eklund will be Swedish. And we have options. It's just what's the right one. And then Seattle, I don't know who the hell would be even have taken from Seattle had I been allowed the pick. Tolvanen, I guess. Yeah, it would have been Tolvanen. Nobody top notch from St. Louis. Tampa, in terms of Finns, Nico Hatanen is the top option there, but again, we got to aim higher. Leafs, in terms of Finns, obviously not much there. Carnat, good to see you. Welcome in. I know I have 30 seconds left. I'm going to go call that timeout right now. Obviously, Vancouver. Oh my God, menu, please. The menu lag. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Vancouver, top option is the Ratu, which I do not hate. But in terms of other options to also get, Höglander's Swedish, Höglander's Swedish. I almost thought I said Finnish accidentally. Lakiramaki is Swedish. It's just, there isn't that option outside of Joni Jurmo to pair him with. Vegas, not a big fan of Finns in Vegas, apparently. Washington. And then Winnipeg. So, we do have a few teams to consider. We go back to Carolina, Sebastian Aho. The only reason to not get him is once that contract is up, you start to think, well, hey. Maybe we can sign it. Yeah, it's true. Brad Lambert on Winnipeg. But yeah, in terms of like the big name to pair Brad Lambert with, it's not there. So again, Carolina would be, really pushing for Sebastian Aho and Anthony Honka as the best two options there. Jesperi Kotkaniemi is also there. Panomarev is Russian, unfortunately. Haimasam. Oh man, Carolina. Carolina, though. That is true. Heinel is on Winnipeg, too. Man. So yeah, I mean, Heinola and Lambert, not bad, but I mean, you already look at what we might be able to pull away from a Carolina. It's tough to say. God, they have Koivunen too. Jesus. They have Koivunen too. Columbus pretty much only has Patrick Laine as a Finnish option. But it is Patrick Laine, which is very nice. Carolina, though, has that depth. Dallas, I think I'm going to eliminate Columbus. Dallas, Hintz, Heiskanen at the super high end. We could try to get one of them. In terms of the follow-up depth option, it's Esa Lindell. Hakanpää drops off from there. I'd say Dallas makes that second cut. Again, Florida, you can't get Barkov. He's too expensive. It would be Lundell that we're really looking at. And then outside of Lundell, like Heponiemi at the bottom. Again, I think we can aim higher looking at other teams than Florida. Not that Anton Lundell's bad. I'd love to have him on this team right now. Nashville, like we said, it's Parsonen, Kamel, Kulanumi, who is not bad. I think I like what Carolina has to offer a little bit more, though, if I'm being honest. New York, it was just Capo Caco, who is not bad. But there's nobody to pair him with. Outside of Vasainen, who, I mean, isn't bad, but isn't great. I guess Altonen's there, too. I think it's got to be Carolina. It's got to be Carolina or Dallas. So let's use one more timeout as we try to find a trade for this first overall pick, because, again, there's no one for us to take with this pick. Good thing is it does have damn good value. So in theory, it's Aho, it's Honka, which already this is way too expensive, Kakaniemi, Haimasalmi, and then the choice of Koivunen or Teuvo Teravainen. I wouldn't mind it being Teuvo. There's no way this on its own goes through. There's no way. That's just not a thing that's going to happen, right? I'm still going to hit the button, but it's not going to go through. The question is, how much can we eliminate from this to try and pull it off? Or we give up that second rounder to try to push it through. And Haimasalmi is the medium 4, 68 at 19, not bad at all. Kakaniemi is obviously an interesting one. Honka's 21.71. Honestly, Honka might not be worth it. I mean, he might develop, but the odds he becomes as good as his trade value is right now, pretty slim. Pretty slim. So if we take him out, given the crazy value that he has, he's more valuable than Brent Burns. And we do add Koivunen to the deal. Does this go through? No. But we got to be that much closer, right? We got to be. We got to be. The 69th pick. Come on. Too good of a meme. Damn it. Damn. Honestly, it's just because of Aho. Really quickly, let's go take a look at the Finns that are available in this draft, right? Make sure there's no one that we want, like round 2 or anything like that. Didn't mean to go SHL. I don't believe the SHL generates any Finns. I lied. I think it's guy's real. That's why. So, Oli Alavara is available. Oh, I'm aware of the Kakaniemi contract, yeah. There's Vesa Allen. There are a couple of players. I mean, Alavara will be a first rounder. Vesa Allen be a second round. I think we can trade that second rounder. If it means trading for Sebastian Aho, we do what we have to do. So again, we'll ignore Honka. We'll go Kokaniemi, Heimasalmi, Teravainen, and Koivunen. Let's see if we can pull this off for the first and a second. How close are we? Honestly, even the third. 1, 2, and 3 for this ridiculous trade. We're close. What if it's a fourth as well? Our first 4 rounds worth of picks, including the first overall for Aho, Kokaniemi, Heimasalmi, Teravainen, and Koivunen. Our first 5 rounds worth of picks. Do we have a deal? Sebastian Aho, welcome home. Thank God. It leaves us with 2 picks, but hey, we have our star player. Thank God. Thank God. We have the Helsinki Hurricanes. It is true, though. If there was a draft to give up these extra picks, it's this draft, the extra draft. Certainly not bad. They got a 76 overall medium elite defender named Donald Ruchin for their franchise player. We did, good, and a 77 overall went 5th. Well done, everybody else. So is there anybody else then? The Jeannot trade on steroids, right? Who do we want to go for? Oh, old Jimmy Finland. He's still there. Old Jimmy Finland. We'll go for the center, Sami Paivarinta. Let's go for you. Yep, that was expected. But hey, it's a 6th and a 7th round pick. And in the 7th round, Nicky Roo got the catabolic for the fall. Appreciate you. Welcome in. We'll go for Jimmy Finland. Although Ruben Rafkin's there too. But let's go for Jimmy Finland. The guy's last name is literally Suomi. We know he's not going to be that good. But we did our damage. We lucked out. You know, had we not won that initial extra draft lottery, we would have been boned. Absolutely boned. So it worked out pretty damn well for us to get Sebastian Aho. So, I mean, the goaltending is Husso, Kakkonen, Lankinen, and Luukkonen, which isn't bad, really. Defense, Ristolainen, Mikkola, Olialevi, and then a bunch of non-Finns for the most part. We're going to have to see what we can do about that. Top 4 wingers, Kapanen, Armia, Puljujärvi, and Kiviranta. That's not bad. And then Teravainen, Hall, Luosterainen, Koivula, or Luoto. Aho, Kokaniemi, Borgstrom. Obviously, we don't have a proper fourth center. This really isn't a bad starting point. It's not. I'm pretty happy with this. I am pretty damn happy with this. Now, free agent-wise, I'm pretty sure we don't end up with anybody, right? It's the extra draft, the extra free agent period. But this is where we can fill out our roster a little bit more, which is nice. Coco, what's up, my man? What's up? What's up? So yeah, prospect-wise, not going to be too good. There is Lassi Lehtinen, who we can use to help fill out the roster. Give him a 1-year deal. And Casimir Keskiswol. Noted YouTuber who wants money. It's the YouTuber in him. He can't help it. Defensively. God, do we have anybody? Billy Polka? We can bring in Billy Polka. Welcome in, sir. Anybody else? Junland. Swedish. Bistrom would be Swedish. Kinval is Swedish. Yeah. But we do know that Yanni Tulala is good to go. Look at him. He looks like the most Finnish man to ever exist. It's ridiculous. Teemu Kivihalme. It's American. You know what? I did say we're going to go off of the nationalities listed in games. I'll just leave him alone. We'll take Tarmo here, who Obviously used to be with the Rangers. And that is pretty much it for anybody really even half decent. Unfortunately, just to fill out a team. But it's okay. 37 years old, but Yuso, congratulations. We need you. For forwards, Kasper Bjorkvist. Wasn't all that long ago that you looked like a stud prospect for Pittsburgh. And that did not pan out very well at all. But you are going to be our cap whale. Congratulations. We'll also take Eero Pakarainen, former Oiler. We'll go for him. Etu Tulola, another prospect. We have Christian Kusala, 39. 39, that's a man. Shout out to Tyroning, my favorite Finn, please. Let's see, we got Henrik Happala. Bring in, there's actually a lot of wingers. What do we have? We're actually going to be up to like 46 contracts already. So I should play it pretty safe. Unless there is the one like clear-cut signing to make. And it's another man named Finn. We'll bring in Suomi. Shout out to Kaspar Daugavins. Fucking Latvian hockey hero and Boston Bruins legend. Otto Sompi is available as well. Sweet. All right, we'll wait for one more if need be. Coaching staff, I don't believe there's anything I can do. Yeah, I mean, at least there's nobody who's amazing. We can optimize that in a minute. Scouting-wise, I can optimize that in a minute too. Like, it's not going to be anything. It's not going to be anything too crazy. So for the most part, we are able to sim, knowing that the vast majority of these players, if not all of them, will accept our contracts. And we can pretty much just sim to the start of the next season and actually get a look at what this team's going to look like in full. Are there any AI-generated coaches? I mean, we could take a look, but you can't see nationality. You would just have to presume off of the name, of course. But we start our preseason against Philadelphia. So what is this team going to be? I mean, Husso and Kakkonen in goal. We can have Kevin Lankinen as the third goalie, so Luukkonen can be the AHL starter. Dahlstrom, we can send down. We need one more option, which will be Jani Tulola. Congratulations. Once I'm actually able to call you up. On the right, my God, we actually have a lot of forwards. That happened out of nowhere. So Tulola, Borgstrom, Pakarainen as the lowest rated. So let's send you down for the moment. And they are just outright the lowest rateds. We somehow properly ended up with 4 centers, which is kind of surprising. I actually think we're okay. Again, I'll have to optimize a little bit, try to find the best coach. But for a starting team, it's honestly not that bad compared to what it could have been. Do I want to run Eric Holla? I do want to run you on the left. Let's make that switch there. I mean, Kotkaniemi is going to have to be... He's going to have to be our second line center. The right wing side is pretty interesting, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be. Really. It's actually not as bad as I thought it would be to start. The defense might end up being a bit of a different story. Nico Mikkola and Rasmus Ristolainen, the top pair. Humble beginnings. Hopefully we end up with someone like Mira Heiskanen at some point. But it's a team, right? It's a team. AHL, the good thing is early on we could just go best lines. I don't care if there are non-Finns in there. It's not a big deal. Although having Heimasami and Koivunen in the lineup is pretty important. So sorry to Brady Keeper. We do want Heimasami in there. And sorry to Spencer Smallman. We'll get Koivunen in there on a higher line. Beautiful. I mean, we're not going to be a playoff team. We're not. But that's okay. Now, something we haven't gotten to do yet is debut the look. And really quickly, before we do, actually, when you edit lines, it shows every player with a letter, right? The home jersey for this club and for your captain, Sebastian Aho. I mean, you know, it kind of inspired by some of their prior looks. I'm pretty happy with how this jersey came out. Very difficult to find a sock combination that works with this particular jersey, but I'm pretty happy with that. Obviously, really quickly too, let's give you guys the full tour. The full tour. Can't wait to see Build Team Quebec. Fun fact, we've done that challenge before. At least QMJHL only. We have done that challenge before. God, I forget what team we used for that. But we have indeed. And again, these were teams, like I said, that I started to make, including the Milwaukee Giant Fist. But again, they will lay dormant for a different day. But yeah, so our look is very blue. That's right. It was a Newfie Growlers team. Thank you, Smoot. It was very blue. Yeah, Major. So again, that was the start of a project that Snipe and Score finished for me with the WHA teams. Elected to just do full WHA. Whoops. So again, that is the home jersey. The road jersey also somewhat inspired by a road jersey the Finns had in the past. Might change this one. The numbers might be difficult to see in game. And then the alternate, we went in a completely different path and made a jersey based off of the Finnish coat of arms. So yeah, it's a jersey with a little bit of ruggedness, a little bit of grit, a little bit of sisu, which is very important. So yeah, completely different. Completely different for the second one. And mascot-wise, he's very important. I mean, it's Leo. Number one in your hearts. We even have a mascot. So that's cool. Don't judge, but creating jerseys in this game is extremely fun. It is. It's one of the funnest parts that I spend way too much time with every single time. But yeah, that is the deal. Name him Keyskin after the Leafs legend. I mean, hey, we might have to now. We might have to. But yeah, Sebastian Aho, our first captain. I did not see that coming, but I'm very happy about it.